Sweet. Okay. Okay, now we're live, at least live with audio. So, LT1 stuff. If you're talking about the Gen 2 older small block Chevys, then absolutely. Hey, can you put my information in there so we can get live on TikTok as well? Thank you. So, yeah, old school Gen 2 LT stuff, yeah, we're absolutely working on, but that's going to require custom casting. If it's current generation LT stuff, oh, okay, cool. No, you're good. If it's current, the current LT stuff, we have all the measurements. I could technically send you a plate and get your pulleys lined up where they need to be, but I personally have never ran one, so I'm not quite ready to ship those out yet. Yeah, so there's that. Now, nothing on the Hemis as of yet. As for the C5, actually tomorrow, my dad and Scott, or Dad, tomorrow, are you going to get Scott C5?
Tomorrow, we have to go to Brady to get it.
Okay. Yeah, Scott C5 is, or we're bringing a buddy's C5 Corvette over here, and we're going to get that all sorted out. Technically speaking, we have all the stuff, we just haven't bolted it onto test on the C5s. So hopefully those kits will be available in the next 2 weeks or so. I got to do things for TikTok for them to make sure that I'm over 18 years old. Yes, my face is in the frame. Sorry about that. Let's see. Underground just joined. So no, we don't have anything for the. We don't have anything for the actually, we don't have anything for the modular motors at all. Although technically speaking, if you guys had a 03 to 04 Cobra, I have the measurements. I could make a plate to put the GT500 blowers on. The LS3 stuff, if it has the truck accessory drive, like LS3 from the Camaro, our stuff bolts on. It's ready to go. We don't have the belt 100% sorted just because I haven't had one in my hands to measure the belt. But we can get the supercharger on there and lined up, and just you'll have to measure your own belt. As for belt wrapping and idler things, there's a bunch of different ways to tackle that. How does the belt run on the LS motor? We sell belt kits. If you have a truck belt spacing, that is, you have to. No, I mean that's it. It's a couple idler pulleys, idler relocation, and our belt, and it works with every supercharger we sell. The parts you need, that really depends on how much you want to do yourself. If you have the Cobra throttle body and inlet from the GT500 or the M112, like the 03, 04 Cobras, you can run a stock throttle body. You just have to wire in your TPS sensor, and if I'm not mistaken, the resistances are the same between Ford and Chevy there. But if you want to use your GM throttle body, we have a throttle body adapter. If you want, it's optional. Now, if you say bought our master kit with everything, you would be looking at needing to hook up fuel lines, maybe a fuel regulator, fuel pressure regulator, because some of these trucks are returnless and some are return style, whatever. We have injectors if you need larger injectors. Some of the trucks, sorry about that. Some of the trucks have flex fuel injectors, and those are actually pretty good to like 450 horsepower or so. So with a small blower, low boost, you're okay. Nothing to worry about there. What else? Map sensors. The stock GM map sensors are only good for like maybe 6 or 7 PSI max. So if you're gonna up the boost at all, which anybody who runs our stuff's probably gonna up the boost. You're gonna need a 2-bar or 3-bar map sensor. The Holley stuff's compatible. It's plug and play. You just gotta program your PCM. The TPS sensor, it's on. Hey, Alyssa, can you hand me the silver throttle body, please? I can't see. It's whenever you find it. Anyway, the 96 LT1 supercharger kit. So we are actually talking to a casting company. Let me pull that image up for you guys just so you can see it. This is our LS stuff without the runners in it. This program is such a pain. Just for the record, if you guys want to learn CAD, do it. It's a major pain. Oh, sorry forgot about the TikTok people. Let me flip the camera around here. Maybe. This one. Thank you. Whatever. So, small block Chevy stuff or LT1 stuff. This is what one of the ones I'm really interested in. Let's go ahead and turn on the motor. Yeah, it's a GrabCAD file. But we made our measurements based off the real thing because, you know, got a C4 right there behind us. So we are working with a company to try to get our manifolds cast. Now there is a little bit of a clearance issue here with the firewalls and roofs.
Because this is what it looks like.
All right, cool.
Okay.
But there's a little bit of an issue with firewall clearance, so we're actually going to have our interior runners be able to be removed and bolt in like 3D printed options. That way you can tune the runner lengths, which will be nice, and it'll keep costs down pretty low for casting.
This is Instagram. They can't see it.
It should be dead centered now.
That's not Instagram. That's TikTok.
Oh. Aha! Sorry. Dude.
It'll catch up.
Yeah, anyway. I don't even know why it's zoomed in so far. I can change that. There we go. Oh, yeah. Cool. There, at least you guys can actually see stuff now. Anyway, so we are going to have the runners removable and 3D printed, or if production ramps up enough, we'll have them injection molded. But by having the runners interchangeable, we can offer different depth intercoolers, so some that actually fit all the way down into the thing. And for vehicles with higher hood clearance, you can actually run a taller runner and a straighter runner, which is better for performance, but you know, at the expense of hood clearance. This is just a prototype design. We'll hopefully. Actually, I've been procrastinating. I need to send this off to my mold guy. But hey, you know, small block Chevy, LS, and then we got some other good stuff. But let me go back to questions real quick. TPS sensor mounts is right here. Just on that guy, just chilling. LT1 supercharger kits. So actually I have a guy sending over a Honda J-Series manifold so we can get some of these kits going for the J-Series as well. I'm not quite ready to say which superchargers we're making kits for, but I can definitely say we have a lot more kits coming out, and it's more than 2 or 3. I actually have a ton of them just over there sitting on the shelf, but we're not ready to launch them until we can launch them all simultaneously. That way prices of superchargers don't go up and things like that, because we want these things to stay cheap.
Just saying, we can't see you, so when you showed this, they don't see that. This is Instagram and Facebook.
So why is
Because we can't see you.
Yeah, why is Instagram and Facebook all wonky?
We can see that more than we can see you. So if you're doing anything personally, like showing this, we can't see you.
Oh, cool. So
We'll be better next time, you know.
it's only YouTube that lets you guys see me. I got to position myself in the middle here. You know, I'm not used to this vertical streaming thing. I did a lot of storm chasing video streaming back in the day, but nobody was watching on their phones. Completely different game. But no, this side looks good. Oh, hey, look, there's my face now.
There we go.
Cool. Hey. Blower gets in their motors, yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, the Chevy SS 6.2. If it's the Camaro belt spacing, it's the same as the trucks, and our kits will bolt right up. Now, I wouldn't buy the belt wrap kit because it's a different belt. Even though the spacing is the same, it's routed differently. But at very least, we can get the pulley where it needs to be. I guess... Yeah, I guess a good question to answer is the height of these things. It's about a ½ inch lower than the Trailblazer SS. The tallest supercharger that we have is the GT500 supercharger. Thinking about the other ones that I haven't launched, yeah, the GT500 is the tallest, so any of our kits are all lower profile than the 2007 to 13 truck intake, so that's pretty nice. All right, let's see. Wow, I'm gonna have to block some of these comments coming up on YouTube in particular. LS1 GTO spacing. So technically speaking, I have the stuff to make any of these, or at the moment what I have in stock, the GT500 I can get onto the GTO and F-body spacings. However, because I don't have the car, I have no idea how long the belt needs to be. So I can get you one and it'll line up, but you'll have to figure out how to route the belt. There are a bunch of different idlers and stuff. We have been considering, actually, was it over there next to the lathe? Will you go grab just some of that aluminum rod that I have? Cool. We have been considering a modular, like, spacer kit where you can just buy some pre-machined aluminum bar stock and put a bolt through it with one of our idlers, and you can change the spacing. They just kind of stack together like Legos with a hole in the middle. So that would make it easy to add an idler in any location on your engine. As long as you have a M12 bolt point that's flat, we can add an idler there. Now, the further it is away from the engine and the longer the bolt, the bigger the issue.
Aluminum rod?
Aluminum bar stock.
Bar stock.
Sorry.
Oh, it's right here.
No, it's on the lathe. By the lathe.
It's right here.
Yeah, cool. So, all right, flow bench question. Tyler asks, have you guys gotten any further on your flow bench? Was an interesting project. So, this is the aluminum bar stock that I have. We can turn this down and basically turn it into metal Legos, put a bolt through it, and idler just sits on the end. So you can add an idler wherever you want to. I don't know exactly how much the kits are going to be for the build your own idler spacing, and technically, as long as you can cut this flat, you can just put an idler wherever you want. I'm thinking it's probably going to be like $30, $40 or something like that, because, you know, we got to buy the bolts, got to buy the pulleys, shipping. But whatever. Worst case scenario though is you just buy some bar stock online. However, turning it down so the pulley sets in might be a challenge for most people. Anyway, we can hook you up with an adjustable spacer. As for the flow bench stuff, oh man, I'm working on it. I actually decided to abandon Arduino completely, and I'm programming this ESP32. I have no idea what I'm doing, but you know, I'm getting displays, the display to show things. So I mean, that's got to be something. That's done. So yeah, I can read pressure and temperature, but still working on getting the mass airflow controller set up. Ultimately, I would like to have that a standalone system that I can just post the schematics and code online and anybody can download it, or maybe a DIY kit if you guys want to solder some stuff together for like 20 bucks. But yeah, we are building a cylinder head flow bench and just using shop vacs to pull the air through. We have a way to measure air pressure and airflow, and you know, at that point you got a flow bench. And we just actually use a GM mass airflow sensor here to measure the airflow. Now let's see what kit we need to complete a LS1. So yeah, the F-body stuff, I have no idea about the belt. I can get you a supercharger bolted on there, fake with the pulley in the right spot, but only the GT500 at the moment. The others are going to require a custom pulley, and I just got to call my guy. I got a guy who makes all my pulleys. Smooth flow pulleys, guys. Awesome. Nate has really helped me out with all of this. So let's see. Hey, I saw you have an adapter for an M90, but what if the M90 is a 3-bolt instead of a 4-bolt throttle body? So our adapters are specifically for the 5th generation M90. Oh, this is Peaches, by the way. This is my sister's dog. She requires attention. It's fine. Anyway, so yeah, we only support the 5th generation M90 right now because the 3rd gens, well, they suck. They're not nearly as efficient as the 5th gens are. However, if you open up the 3rd gen, you can convert it to a 5th gen, and